My Columbus apartment never felt like home. Just four walls between shifts. I was 22, broke, no car, taking Ubers home from my bar job every night at 2 a.m. because the buses stopped running before my shift ended. First time I noticed him was a rainy Thursday. Silver Honda Accord, driver named D. Williams. Normal ride, until he turned off the GPS route 4 blocks from my apartment. I said something. He said the app rerouted him. I got home fine, told myself it was nothing. Second time, same driver showed up. I almost canceled. Didn't, because I was short on my electric bill. That ride was fine. I laughed at myself for being paranoid the third time. I hadn't requested a ride at all. I was standing outside the bar, waiting for a coworker, when a silver Accord rolled up slowly and stopped directly in front of me. Window came down. It was him. He said, "You need a ride." I turned around and walked straight back inside. I filed a complaint with Uber. Their response said there was no violation to confirm since the incident happened outside the app. They told me to use the in-app emergency button next time. 2 nights later, I was walking home. One streetlight was out on my block. I heard a car slow behind me. Then his voice. "It's not safe out here. Let me drive you." I turned around. Silver Accord, door already open, 1 foot on the pavement, and on his passenger seat, my floral canvas tote bag, the one I'd reported lost in an Uber 3 weeks earlier, the one support told me was never found. He had kept it. He was smiling. My legs went wrong for a second. Then I ran, straight into a CVS, through the automatic doors, shaking under the fluorescent lights, until a pharmacist came around the counter. A cop took the report, said they'd look into it. That case is still open. I don't use rideshares anymore. My friends think it's just a quirk. I let them think that. I still check my back seat every single time I get in my own car. Every time. Even in my own driveway. I still don't know how he found where I worked. I don't know if I ever will. Phoenix in July doesn't cool down at night. It just stays on you. I was 31, freshly divorced, living in a Scottsdale extended stay hotel for a consulting contract. I knew nobody. My car was in the shop after a rear-end collision, so I was using Lyft for everything. My name is Renata. I want that in here. The driver's name was Kevin G. 4.9 stars. I requested him at 11:40 p.m. outside a downtown bar. 2 drinks over 2 hours. Completely sober. I want to be clear. He was friendly in a way that felt rehearsed. Too loud. Leaning too far over the console when he talked. I gave one-word answers and looked at my phone. He accepted that for 4 minutes. Then he said, "You're at the Residence Inn on Scottsdale Road, right?" I had never told him my destination. I always dropped a pin at a gas station 2 blocks from where I actually lived. He should not have known that. I said, "What did you just say?" He said he'd driven me before, recognized me. I checked my entire Lyft history later, 26 trips. Kevin G was not in one of them. I changed my drop-off to a lit Walgreens and watched him watch me do it in the rearview mirror. He saw exactly what I was doing. He nodded once, slowly, and said nothing. I got out, waited inside until his car was gone, then called a different driver home. 3 days later, Kevin G filed a lost item claim saying I'd left a phone charger in his car. I hadn't left anything. But the feature lets drivers message you. He sent one. "Let me know a good time to return this." I reported everything. Lyft suspended him. 2 days after the suspension, I walked to my car in the hotel parking lot. A white Apple charging cable was coiled neatly in the center of my hood. 94 degrees outside. My hands went cold. The parking lot camera had experienced an error that morning. No footage available. I checked out 3 days early. 6 weeks later, Lyft emailed me. Kevin G had been reinstated. No policy violations found. I still have that email saved. On the nights I start to wonder if I overreacted, I read it again. I never found out how he knew where I lived. Call me T, 19 years old, freshman at a university outside Chicago, one friend in 3 months. Her name was Bree. It was February, and I was homesick for a home that had never been particularly warm. Bree and I went to a bar in Wicker Park on a Friday. Coming back at 1:30 a.m., she ran into someone and stayed. I had a 9 a.m. lab. I took a Lyft alone. Driver's name was Anthony, 5 stars. White Nissan Dot. He was quiet at first. I closed my eyes. He said, "You should stay awake." I opened them. "Just safer," he said. "Long drive." Something felt off. I couldn't name it. I started watching the GPS instead, and caught his eyes in the rearview mirror every few minutes. Not glancing, watching, the kind of looking with weight behind it. I texted Bree, "Weird driver, just so you know." Sent my live location to my mom. Kept watching the map. He missed the university exit. My heart slammed. He said the GPS had him on the next one. It did eventually loop to campus, barely. Technically correct. He pulled up to my dorm without me directing him. That was in the app, so that made sense. I grabbed my bag, said thank you. He said, "Tell Bree I said hey." I stopped with my hand on the door. He was staring straight forward, completely blank, like he hadn't said anything. I got out. I went through every explanation in the elevator. I hadn't said her name out loud, hadn't been on a call. My texts were face down in my lap. He should not have had that name. I reported it to campus safety. They forwarded it to Lyft. I never heard what happened after that. I transferred schools the following fall. Told everyone it was about the program. I still take rideshares sometimes, but I never close my eyes. I never say anyone's name out loud in someone else's car. I've spent 4 years trying to figure out how he knew. I still don't know.